Good morning, friends. It's Chad from Colorado Giants. Long time no talk. I'll see if we can get Emily in as I hear her coming. Emily and I are in the greenhouse today. There's a waft of some funk in the air. I haven't been in here in large part for a few weeks. It's time to do some digging. I've got some good news. I've got some bad news. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start with the good news. The good news is that I did set a state record with the giant tomato. I do have some footage of that hopefully I'll make into a video and post, but I beat the state record on the tomato twice actually. One with a 5.12 pound tomato and then a 5.44 pound tomato. So tomato the size of your head, that's the new state record. That's pretty cool. After that, Emily and I went on vacation. So this is all Emily's fault, basically. I was gone for a week. At that point, the pumpkin really wasn't growing. The 40-degree nights and the 100-degree days really made everything largely unhappy. Gains went from, probably 20s, 30s pounds per day down to, single digits. So at that point, I knew I wasn't going to have anything special, and I sort of gave up. I shouldn't have. Emily makes fun of me mercilessly for it, and she's right. I shouldn't have given up, but unfortunately, that's the result of kind of what you see back there, an abundance of weeds. And if you were here, you could smell the smelly smell of a pumpkin that's rotting, unfortunately. So we lost, which one was that, Valentine or Sweet Love? I think that's Valentine. So Valentine has a rotten spot on it. So in an attempt to salvage some of the season, Emily's going to help me. We're going to clean out almost all of the greenhouse. We got the tractor behind you. Get everything cleaned out so I can get to work on next year already. The pumpkin in the back, Valentine, Sweet Love, is fine. That will go to a way off. It's not super duper big. The watermelons are pretty good sized. So I haven't measured it, or I haven't estimated, but that's a pretty big watermelon. I don't know if it's 200 pounds big for the state record, but it's pretty big, and it's pretty neat to see how big the main vine on this is. I really enjoyed the watermelons. I'll do those again at some point, but enough talking. We'll put it on time-lapse mode. Got to get to work. Got a lot going on today. Emily doesn't feel that great. She's being a real trooper, and let's get to work. Emily has lots of good film ideas. You need to comment below to tell Emily to be my director or my producer. So she said we need to talk about the rotten spot. So here is the rotten. You can see the pumpkin is very jiggly and very disgusting, if we're being honest. The plants themselves are disgusting at this point. There's lots of aphids and weeds, basically everywhere. It's gross. It's just gross. It's embarrassing, if I'm being honest. But why does the pumpkin rot? Well, that's a great question. It could be any number of things. We could have had a mouse nibble on the bottom, which is my theory. Mouse nibbled on the bottom. I didn't see it. And that got infected. Basically, plant terms, got infected, spread, and, it is what it is. Could have had a little tiny hole in it. It's growing too fast. A cracks all the way through. But it's any number one of things. You really don't know what it is, unfortunately. This is probably the first time that I've had a big pumpkin go down in the patch. And, being honest, it's probably something that could have been avoided if I would have been more on top of things. Again, my fault for just, giving up and, not achieving the goals that I set for myself and becoming disappointed before I even know what it is. So, lesson learned, hard lesson learned. I won't make it again next year. So this is the big rotten spot. Obviously, I cannot take this to a way off. So if you come out to your pumpkin patch and you have a big crack at it, or you have a mouse chew and you're concerned about it rotting or spreading, You need to do, one or two things. You want to put a fan on it. You want to keep it dry. You also want to spritz it with peroxide or rubbing alcohol. That, just like us, if you cut yourself, you want to put some peroxide on it and keep it dry, keep it from getting infected. You want to do the same thing with your pumpkin plant. So keep it dry, put some peroxide on it. Then you could put some like Captain or some copper on there. That's, plant equivalent of like an antibiotic. Keep that from spreading. A mouse nibble or a crack doesn't disqualify the pumpkin from being an official sound fruit. The only thing that disqualifies you is if there's a crack that goes all the way to the cavity. Obviously, if there's a way to get weight inside of the cavity, therein lies the potential for cheating. So that is basically the only way. There's also, I don't know the exact rule, but if there's a spot more than, I want to say it's like 6 inches cubed that goes 6 inches in diameter and then into the pumpkin, that's another way to disqualify it. But I think that's only if it's fresh. We could potentially weigh it if it's squishy, but with this level of instability and squish, I think that as we loaded it on the trailer or picked it up, this will probably cave in on itself, and it's going to be, it just sucks. This sucks a lot. There's no way to sugarcoat it or spin it in a positive light. It's just sucks. Yes, I can harvest seeds. The seeds in here will still be good. I really think, this pumpkin would have went heavy. I was kind of sandbagging in earlier videos. It thumps really solid. I definitely think it would have went heavy. I will, once we figure out how we're going to get this out of here, either cut it up or try and pick it up as best we can. We'll take out the seeds. They will be for sale. They will be, given away for free this winter. So if you want to grow seeds, the seeds from Valentine, it's a great cross. They will be available, but they should be fine. Getting them out will be a very messy job. That's why we have Emily here today. Soil's still nice and soft and moist. Can you get out? That one will be tough. So, I've had the watering on auto for a little while. Probably too much water. About 45 minutes and Emily's taking a break. How'd it go, Emily? Sticky. Muddy, yeah. Hold up one of those weeds. One of these grass, yeah, this grass. Whoever knows what this grass is, let us know. We've called it Devil's Velcro. It just sticks. It is the most Velcro-iest weed ever, and it grows super fast. Let us know what you know with it. Yeah, can't even look at it. So we measured the watermelon. The watermelon tape's 135 pounds. I don't know about that. It seems bigger than that to me, but what do I know? The plant health, overall plant health, I don't know. It's because I've let the water just auto water. Probably way too much, honestly. The last several weeks, things don't look great. They don't look that bad either in a lot of spots. This main vine, though, this is the biggest main vine I've ever had. I can't even put my hands around it, even close. And there's a disgusting amount of aphids. Don't get behind on your bug sprays, kids. So Lots of watermelons on this one. That one I knew about. That one I knew about. These ones I had no clue. And then yeah, we got this one taken out in totality. Get a look at the damage there. Maybe there's a little kind of poke right here. I wonder. That could be, well, that could be from us just yanking on it. But here's the nastiness. Other than that, I mean, again, I think this thumps extra solid. I know, I'm positive that would have gone heavy. But such is life. We'll probably get the walking boards picked up, the fans picked up, clean up this area as a whole, get the watermelon out of here, then we'll call it good. Just as a point of reference, why not? We'll give you an update. This plant is basically just about all dead and very much overgrown with weeds. Again, this is so embarrassing. But this pumpkin is good. Doesn't sound as hard as the other one, unfortunately, but oh well. Oh well. But it looks good. Don't see any, ouch, yucky spots on it. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna get some water and finish up with the near side. We'll come back to this at probably next Tuesday and get this squared away, and then I'll take that pumpkin to the next way off, and then I will get ready for next year. So that's it. We're calling it quits right here. I'm not dead, just got a little behind and discouraged, and you know how it goes. So we'll talk to you next week. Maybe, hopefully.